Good morning, folks. Do y'all know that I get ready to do this before I push the button on this camera? I go through, well, most of it starts out with kind of a little anger. And then I temper that down, and then I get down to talking like Mr. Rogers. But what's the anger about? I guess it's because that most people's introduction to stone tools involves points, and then lots of history behind that, and then proof and lots of videos about that. But what is missing in the understanding of stone tools is that there's many shapes. It's not a cookie cutter type stuff. For instance, all of these stones right here were used for abrasion. And I don't know, have you ever seen that on videos where they're explaining stone tools? Well, how can you explain stone tools without showing stone tools? Okay, let's get back to Mr. Rogers. Good morning, folks. These are all extremely well handheld abrasion tools. They're all for abrasion. And they are held comfortably. And you can tell they're for abrasion by there is sharp parts of the stone, and then there's rounded. And when I say abrasion, it could be sanding or it could be pounding. This one is for a sanding reason. This is held like this. This one is held like this. I have no idea what they were sanding on, but I know these are sanding tools. Because they fit in my hand just right. You know, their whole world was involved around points. I mean, that's just a little tiny aspect of stone tools. And these are all just sanding or abrasion tools. And here's one that looks like an elephant's foot. These are two stone, originally hammers. This is where they were hafted. But then they were turned into just sanding and abrasion tools. That used to be a larger stone. a hammer or something. This one was, well, originally it was hafted here, and then it got wore down, and then it was hafted here, and slowly it became just a handheld abrasion tool. And again, the main thing about the tool is that can you find a place comfortable that you can hold it? And does it have the softness as opposed to the hard part of the stone? And they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Here's one that's held like this for more something. You know, a larger tool was needed. And this one looks like it might have been used for grinding up color. And this one looks like an elephant's foot. And it also has two elephants right there on opposite sides there. And this was a crescent-shaped abrasion tool. An abrasion tool here. Enough said. Folks, do you realize how much I would like to talk about the frequency of the universe, the frequency of our souls? And I can sum it up in just a few words, but it'll take 1,000 times 1,000 to explain to another person. Is there a place at the center of a black hole where there is no longer motion, no longer frequency?